Hello, hello, everyone. I'm back. In case you didn't have enough of me today, I am back. I was on the morning show this morning, which was a lot of fun. Um, so hello. Let's see who's in here. Only Oscars was here whenever I thought I was going at 12:30. So sorry, June, but yeah, pushed. Rico kept going. He seemed like he had fun. I didn't want to rush him. Um, but yeah, and then that's me posting that we were going to start when Rico's done because that's when I pushed it back. Eduardo, hello, hello. Brookley, I'm lurking. Have to tackle Mount Washmore before the laundry is unbearable. I have to do tanks, and I have more tank to dos. Yep, no problem. Lurk away. Thank you for hanging out with us. Greg's planted tanks. Hello, hello. Melissa. There's me. Let's see. Yes, thank you for Eduardo for posting mine. I might start doing pop-ups. Bunny. Hello, Bunny. My love, my sunshine. So yeah, I haven't done anything between the morning show and now. I made a second cup of coffee, ate a bagel, watched Rico, hung out. Yeah, not much going on. I'm probably only going to go for an hour and a half because my mom called me while Rico was going. She called me like 4 or 5 times. I was in the bathroom. Why did it take so long for you to answer? I was like, I was pooping. Get out of here. So, uh, apparently she usually takes my grandma to her hair appointment on Thursdays, but she's held up somewhere doing something. So I have to go take my grandma to her hair appointment. So I got to get off in about an hour and a half. So I think that's a good amount of time, hour and a half. But yeah, how's everybody's day going? Now we're about halfway through the day, so I don't know if a lot's happened. Probably while I'm out, I'm going to go ahead and drop my grandma off and then run to UPS and ship Bex her bloodworms. Um, and then I got to message Rico about his Daphnia. I have to get his address and start looking up prices for shipping. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy to help. If anybody ever needs help finding uh, frozen foods or any kind of supplies like that, reach out to me. I can see about ordering it through my work and shipping it to you. I am always happy to help. Always happy to help. Freshwater, saltwater, doesn't matter. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and post the invite link if anybody wants to come up. You can. Whoopsie. Here we go. I don't know if I can pin it as a mod. Whoopsie. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh gosh. I might just have to post it throughout the day, which is fine. Nope, I can't pin it. And I don't think I can pin it here. I can star it, but no, it's fine. I've had to move Juniper from its spiral turn through the sun and put Pluto back on the planet list. That's all I've done today. You're so silly, Eduardo. Um, yeah, I don't really have much. I say if you guys have questions that I might be missed during the morning show or questions that you thought of after, I guess now's the time to ask. I mostly just talked about my journey through fish keeping, but I'll answer some personal questions as long as they're not too personal. Um, but yeah, oh my God. Chattanooga Ed is here. Hello, hello. I hope you're feeling better. I know I heard that you're not feeling too well lately. I hope you feel better. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, if you guys have questions for me, either that I missed during the morning show or you didn't want to ask during the morning show or not morning show appropriate questions, like I said, as long as I don't get too personal. Um, and I won't just skip over the comment. I'll acknowledge that if I don't want to answer it, I won't answer it, but I won't just straight up ignore you. At least I'll try not to. Um, but yeah, or if you guys have other topics you want to talk about. I know Rico was really talking about like movies and stuff, and I saw Jurassic World and I liked it. I I liked it, but I don't think it was like mind blowing. I think it very well mirrored, had a lot of mirror references to the very first Jurassic Park. Um, can we see your tank again? Yes, we can see my tank again. Um, I thought it very much had a lot of mirror references to the first Jurassic Park, but it still is like I always describe it to people. I'm glad that it is like a standalone, so any new generation that watches it, like it does stand on its own, but it also is very nostalgic for the older generation who grew up with Jurassic Park. If you were just starting in saltwater, how would you set up your tank? I would say, I know Misfit always preaches about, you can start with a Fowler tank with just a sponge filter. But I think you should at least have like an all-in-one tanks are nice, where it has the built-in filtration. Um, it's a little bit more pricey to do it, but you do save in filtration, like cost and separate filtration. Um, but at least like good circulation, at least like a sponge filter or at least a hang on the back or something with a sponge in it, not necessarily carbon. Um, yeah, lots of flow, lots of power heads inside to make flow because you don't want stagnant areas. That's really important in saltwater keeping is not to have low flow areas. A lot of people are doing like negative space scaping. So instead of just a pile of rocks, you have big open archways that helps out with a lot of flow, a lot of preventing dead areas where detritus and uneaten food will kind of settle in those areas. So it's to help prevent that. Um, but yeah, Gina's reef. So besides your stunning saltwater reef, have any other tanks? I have a shrimp tank that I'm cycling right now, and it's giving me all kinds of hell. I'm probably gonna just take it all out, rinse it all out, and start again. Um, it's pretty ugly right now. It's got all kinds of algae in it. Um, I think it was a good. Yeah, I agree. It was a good closing movie for the series to kind of end it where it started. Yeah, I agree with that. It was fun seeing all the characters get along with each other. Yeah. I think that is one thing. I wish that there was like I wish that they met up a little bit sooner in the movie and had a little bit more interaction. Like not like way early in the movie, but just like a little bit sooner. Like I wish there was just a little bit more interaction between them. Like slightly. Like it's just barely not enough for me. The first Bistro Cinema I went to was to go see the new Jurassic film with Chris, 150. Yeah, we went to a bistro. That's our favorite theater. It has mostly we go for the like reclining seats. We don't really take advantage of like the end cinema like ordering and stuff. Um, I mean, we'll get food. Nathan usually gets nachos. I usually get the pretzel bites. And then I get a bag of candy. I always have to have candy, and then we share a soda. Um, but yeah, no, we love the cushy reclining seats and the heated seats. I can't go see a normal movie now. I have the hob and two power heads. Yep, that'll work. That's what Ian has on his 10-gallon. I don't recommend a 10-gallon because you'll find that you can't put a lot in it, either corals or fish. I would say probably at least a 20 long. Um, if you're gonna do like a nano tank, at least a 20 long, so you have enough space. Um, yeah, yeah, that'll do you fine. to start out with. That way, if you need carbon for any reason, like if you have to medicate and then get the medication out, you can just add some carbon into the hang on the back, the hob. You can add pads in there to take phosphates out, to take nitrates out. Yeah, it's still universal. I would really like to have coral, so I was thinking of just having 2 clownfish and maybe a shrimp. So in a nano tank, our store is really actually pushing for nanofish for a nano tank. Clownfish get a little bit big, and they also get aggressive with each other and with other fish, especially in a small tank like that. So instead of doing clownfish, I would say some blennies and gobies, like your shrimp gobies, your barnacle blennies. Because as my boss puts it, and he puts it very well, a nano tank is really a, a look into the nano world. Like it's not about keeping only 1 or 2 fish. It's really bringing that nano world that a lot of people look over and bring it into your home. Because, I mean, on one hand, you could put 2 clowns in a 20-gallon, but then you only have 2 fish. Or would you rather have a 20-gallon with 20 nano fish that are, so there's movement kind of throughout the whole tank. And so, yeah, we really push shedding light on the nano fish. It's just unfortunately they're not as readily available as all the other fish, but they are building up. So yeah, there's anemone shrimp that'll actually host not just anemones, but like your Euphilia corals and all that stuff. Those are super cute, like the sexy shrimp, the white anemone shrimp, white spot anemone shrimp, anemone crabs, porcelain crabs. You can do like a brittle star. We have a red brittle star in our little nano tank at work. He's really cool. Barnacle blenny, red cap goby. We have a Helfrichi goby, firefish goby in there. Red neon gobies, which are kind of free swimming. They're not like a bottom. They're super cute, super cute. Yeah. So that's what I would do is nano fish for a nano tank. So you can have like 10 to 20 fish. Jess, hello. Hello again. I couldn't get enough streaming, so I'm here again. No, I'm kidding. Brennan was busy and he said in Rico's chat that he is held up at work. So I was like, that's what you have me for. That's why you made me a co-host. So I can back you up. His unofficial official secretary. Oh, speaking of which, in the description I have links for Brennan's spring tea merch if you want merch. I have a link, or I have a paragraph. Brennan's actually got polar blue parrotfish for sale if anybody's interested, and of course his albino bristlenose plecos if anybody's interested. Just and the email is in the description. Email him if you're interested. He also just found out he has some angel fry, so look out for some angels that he might be selling if the fries survive. Yeah, email him if you're interested in either the polar blue parrots or the bristlenose. And then I also have links for the Fish Fam Discord. If you haven't already, support the fishfam.link website by joining, or sorry, Patreon, not Discord. Oh my God, Patreon. Become a patron. The tinker gonna use is a 50 tall cube tank that I used to breed discus in. There you go. Oh, the tank gonna use, okay, the tank you're gonna use is a 50 tall cube. That'd be really cool. Yeah. And there's rock you can get, like the Carib Sea makes it. It's the coral tree. So yeah, you could definitely do that. And turn the rock so there's different ledges that get, make sure they get light, and put your lower light corals like on the bottom tiers of it, and then your higher light corals on the top. That'd be dope. Dope on a rope. That was the tank you were going to use. Yeah, that would be neat. Because saltwater, I feel like are obviously more defined in their levels than freshwater. I never really liked column tanks for freshwater because I always feel like, yes, it's a lot of space up and down, but a lot of fish like just swim back and forth. Like I always just I never liked them because I never thought it was really fair to the fish. Um, I hope I don't kill anything or everything. It happens. So a lot of times, I would get what is it? Hydroplex is what we use as a bath. Um, Antibacterial, antifungal, anti-parasite bath. So make sure you always dip your fish while you're drip acclimating. So put the fish in with the store water into your bucket, and then put in the hydroplex. And then if you can get methylene blue, we add methylene blue also, and some safe, or prime, same thing, just to help detoxify any high ammonia or high nitrates that came in the store water or the shipping water. Um, the methylene blue turns the water blue, so that's a good indicator if they're ready to be when they're done drip acclimating, because the water will start to turn, clear instead of blue. Um, we drip acclimate at my work for about 4 to 5 hours. The color of the water, and then two, checking the salinity, making sure the salinity is the same, is how we can tell if they're ready or not. Thank you, Eduardo. I feel like somebody else had a question. Oh, everybody wants to see my reef again. Um, yeah, I can do that now. Let me get my filters back out. I should just have this ready at this point. I'm slacking. And my phone's charged up a little bit more than it was on the morning show when I was showing my reef, so hopefully it doesn't glitch out too bad. I know towards the end there my battery was dying and I was not getting the best connection. I really need to either work on getting a new Wi-Fi router, or I need to call. Who do I have internet through? Spectrum, I think. I need to call them, seeing about maybe if I need to up my Wi-Fi on their end. I don't have their router because they don't sell you a router, they rent it to you, which I think is the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, why would I spend $10 a month for your dinky, rinky dinky router when I can go to Target, pay $50, and then that's like saving me 7 months of stupid rental fees. But yeah, leave me a second. Change my camera settings. Facing back. Oh, that's already off. Unplug my phone, put my filter on. Ow, my hip popped. Oh god, getting old sucks. Oh, my knees. Okay. Oops. There we go. So the whites are a little brighter than they were a few hours ago. But yeah, here's my reef. Here's my reef tank. All the fish are out. I did my first live pop-up stream last night, and all the fish were sleeping. Everybody was like, or not everybody, but some people were like, do you even have fish? I'm like, yes, I have fish. They're just all sleeping. That's the blue damsel. He's a jerk. He's jerk number 2. There's the little clown. He hosts my zoanthids, those ones that he's about to tuck into. It's a half black mimic tang. There's Captain Jerk, right there, the 6-line wrasse. Yes, he knows I'm talking about him. That's my big female maroon clown. I don't know if you guys can tell, but she has a little freckle on her one cheek, and then here's the mating male. He's got a freckle on the other cheek. So they like have opposite matching freckles. It's so cute. But yeah, they're a pair. There's the blue hippo tang. Oh, bye. There's my black line blenny. He's kind of my referee. If anybody does start fighting, he usually goes in and kind of settles the fight. Happy you are slackers, you know who you are. Hit the like button already. Yeah, so I got a green Monty cap, a little some kind of pavite. Excuse me, ma'am. You're in the way. I have this little island frag rack that little green slimer frag is supposed to be on, but keeps getting knocked off. This is a little Goniapora. It's still opening up for the day. That's a Florida Ricordea mushroom. Some Bam Bam zoanthids. Pink diamond cichlid, or sorry, oh my god, pink diamond zoanthids. Back there in the middle, between those two green, are actually some Superman mushrooms, some Superman discomas. That's a recovering coral that my fish guru gave me. It's still doing okay. It's not doing the best. I don't know. I might have to take it to work and like frag it in half because it's on two. It's got two distinct sides to it now. That's my teal tip torch coral, and then my purple tip hammer. My not jingle bells. Oh my god, meteor shower cyphestria. I got some mushrooms, green hairy mushrooms that are on the underside of what the frag that they used to be on. Got a fire and ice acan. Got right there in the front is a pink bird's nest, and then behind it is a Miyagi tort, and then the stick is the green slimer. I got my orange digitata, and then some kind of acan something. I don't remember what it is. In the back there is, and in the right side is orange Monty caps. I just realized it's kind of branching. That's kind of funny. The one in the back. Pandora zoas, and then my candy cane forest. I have kryptonite candy canes, and then the blue candy cane. This little blue candy cane is for Danny. It's kind of half buried in the sand. I need to rescue it. This is a wild brain coral that I got with the live rock. And then same thing here as some velvet wild coral. These are magician zoas. And then right behind it there, the little green are Caribbean zoas that I got at Petco. The pink diamonds, yeah, I think that's pretty much it except for the stuff in the back. Yeah, that's my reef. Let's see if I can see any clearer. I know there's some algae, so it's not going to be the clearest, but there's a clam back here that my male, the medium male maroon hosts. He's kind of funny. I have a leather, green finger leather, which is doing okay. I'm overdue to feed all my stuff. And then my green star polyps that I'm trying to get to grow on the wall. It's starting to take off again. And in the back there is another green finger leather. A couple of them. Here's my Pletko that Brennan won for me. Or he won and then he gifted it to me. It was very nice of him. A green slimer. Yes, that's because if you bother it, it will slime. Like when I go to frag it, after I cut off a piece, it will make all kinds of mucusy slime when it's not happy. What size tank is this? This is a 40 breeder. I know. Apparently I am magical with Rockscape and make the tank look huge. How long has it taken me to build up this reef? It's about a year and a couple months old. It just turned a year in April. Are clams hard to keep? No. So just like a stony coral, you just have to make sure there's enough calcium in the tank and making sure that you're using food that's meant for filter feeders. So I use the bulk reef supply reef chili. It's a powder that you mix with some tank water. I'll use it to target feed everybody. So like my stonies up here, I target feed. The zoas I'll spray. These zoas I'll spray. Torches I do. The cyphestria I definitely do. The mushrooms. And then the Monty caps. I make sure I spray down and target feed. Oh, and then the leathers in the back. And then what's left over, I just kind of just dump the rest in the tank, and then the clam soaks it up. And then the more aggressive carnivorous corals, like the candy canes, the acan, and then the brains, I have coral pellets or brine shrimp. It just depends on how much time I have. If I don't have a lot of time, or if I'm just too tired, I'll do the pellets. But if I have time, I'll thaw out some brine shrimp. But no, it's not hard to keep it all. In fact, a lot of people are shocked. Oh, there's a little emerald crab. Look at her. big girl. And my fire shrimp. It's strange that she's actually out. Usually they're only out in the morning or in the evening. So she's probably trying to find a little spot to tuck into, eating some macroalgae. Oh, and there's also a feather duster back there. You can barely see it underneath the zoa. But that's for Danny once he gets his tank up and running. What was I saying? Yeah, if I don't have time, I'll do pellets. If I do have time, I'll do frozen brine shrimp. But just keeping your phosphates down and your nitrates down, or at least stable. It's usually key for keeping corals. I just realized there's a little tiny baby feather duster in my sand bed in the back, and then there's a little tiny baby feather duster right at the base of that plug. Cute! I like free feather dusters. But yeah. I do need to make a new video of my reef. Just set up my camera just like this, record it, and then do some up close B-roll. Like a section like that. Focus on the euphyllia. One of these days. My little Duncan, I used to have a Aptasia eating filefish in here because I think I still have a couple Aptasia. Yeah, I see one right now. So I tried to get an Aptasia eating filefish to take care of those, and they decided to go after my Duncan coral instead. So it's still recovering. That's why the polyps are really small. Do you have anything you don't want that came in somehow? Yes, Aptasia. It came on the wild rock. Whatever this purple, all this purple here is not coralline algae. It's actually some kind of macroalgae. It's weird. It's like a very thin. Well, it's probably thin because of the emerald crabs eat it and graze on it. But yeah, it tightly roots down to the rock, so I can't really pull it off. It used to be just on this rock, and it got really thick and I could pull it off, but now that everybody's grazing on it and it's really, really low and close to the rock, I can't pull it off. But yeah, Aptasia is probably the biggest thing, the biggest nuisance that came in. Thank you, Debbie. I worked hard on it. And I mentioned it last night. I'll probably actually pop off my torch and my hammer and buy an arch to put here after this next paycheck, just because I feel like it's a little empty right there. Just add an arch. One thing when you're setting up a tank that my fish guru told me, especially if you're going to do corals, is don't make your rock work more than halfway up the tank, because anything you put on top needs growth space. Like all of these acros and stuff and montes are going to eventually grow out of the water. Like even all the space I gave them, I probably gave them a good 8 inches of space. They will continue to grow and they will actually eventually start coming out of the water. So it is something you have to frag them and keep them pruned down. Salty's here. Hello, Salty. That's my friend. I have friends IRL. I have real life friends, I promise. Do I plan on getting a bigger tank eventually? Here, tanks need big. Yes. So these tanks are actually not mine. I'm growing them out for my father-in-law. That blue hippo tang that just tucked behind the rock, it was actually about half the size when I bought it around Christmas time for my father-in-law. I'm just growing them out. Same thing with the half black mimic tang. He has a 125. So that's their eventual home. They just would get lost in that tank right now. Plus he has a sailfin who's like this big. So they would just get beat up if they were to be put in that tank right now. But yeah, I do eventually want a big like 300-gallon tank because I want puffers and boxfish and cowfish. They're really, I call them the bonky boys because they just bonk around the tank, just bonk, 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 bonk. They are so awkward and I love their big stupid faces. What's my biggest fish? Is this the biggest fish the biggest tank you plan on having? No. Um, like I said, I want a 300-gallon at least, and I will probably have some kind of puffer will be the biggest fish. Or the boxfish. Boxfish get pretty big too. Um, but in the near future, I'm actually going to be setting up a 125, and I'll be getting Brennan's black belt cichlid from him. So that'll be my biggest fish. Um, I love cowfish and puffers. Yes, I do too. I'll have to get the cowfish first, and then the puffers, because cowfish actually, as a defense mechanism, they will create a toxin if they are bullied or picked on, and it will essentially, they will release that toxin into the water column and essentially kill everything in the tank except for themselves. um, so yeah, you add the cowfish first, so it's like the dominant fish in the tank, and then you would add other fish. Um, Lady Diane's here. Hello. I forgot to mention it in the morning show, but Lady Diane I actually met as a customer also at Petco. I mentioned how I met Danny and Biz as customers first before I knew about the fish Pam. And same thing with Lady Diane, but I didn't realize who Lady Diane was until like my last 2 weeks of being at Petco. She came in, she's like, "I'm Lady Diane." I was like, "Oh, it's you, thank God." I was really worried that it was one of the that she was one of the customers who I'm not a fan of helping, but no, Lady Diane's awesome. She's always super nice. But yeah, maybe eventually, whenever I upgrade my phone, I'll start using this phone, and whenever I'm on stream, just having a fish cam during my live streams, I'll just set it up just like this. Just have a fish cam. I have to get a new phone first though, because my other old phone I use for monitoring comments and all that stuff. Only Oscars? Oh, you're gonna go see Top Gun. Have fun. Yes, you're awesome, Lady Diane, and everybody knows it. It comes through even in chat. I like sharks. So I talked about it on the morning show, but we have oh my God, starts with an E. I just lost it. We have a shark at work. Um, and it's the laziest, most docile shark ever. It's so boring. We thought it was stuck underneath a rock because it was kind of nosedived under a rock. So my coworker picked up the rock, and I literally just picked up the shark, and it didn't twitch, and I just like moved it over. And then once you know it, about a half an hour later, he's right back nosedived underneath that rock. So he did it. Epaulet, yes, epaulet shark. Thank you, Melissa. You've made some additions. I don't think I have. Everything's starting to grow and take off because I'm keeping up with calcium dosing and monitoring my pH better. But no, I haven't. I don't think I've added anything. But yeah, I'll probably try to make a short at work soon of picking up the shark and literally just like like a toy airplane. Um, I'm talking black tips and white tips. That's a big tank. That's a big tank. Um, Misfit and I were messaging the other night, and he texted or he messaged me on Discord a video of a guy in an aquarium. He's probably the maintenance guy who like dives in the tank and scrubs it, but he's literally like ballroom dancing with a shark, and he's like, "I want this to be me one day." I was like, "Yep, I could see that. I could see you dancing with the sharks instead of scrubbing the algae." It is super colorful. Yes, I purposely pick my coral so that they not only have nice texture, nice flow, but they are very colorful, and to try to balance out all the color too. And that they fluoresce. Fluorescence is a big thing with me. I always want most of these things to fluoresce at night. I've been having a hard time sleeping, Diane, because I have to sleep on my back and I get a lot of spasms. I'm sorry, Ed. Must be that they're growing so well. The coral is stunning. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, once you actually do water tests and monitor your parameters, it does wonders for a reef instead of just throwing food in there and hoping for the best. I've seen that video with the nurse shark. Yep. Oh yeah, I believe it. Nurse sharks are super docile. They actually will bond with somebody, like a person who maintains the tanks regularly. They'll actually bond with them and learn them and recognize them. And yeah, I've heard of that happening in the wild too. Divers that frequent certain areas, the nurse sharks actually start recognizing the divers and making friends with them and come up and want cuddles and pets. I would also love eventually, probably not like a realistic goal, but I would love a stingray tank. Um, Almost like a converted in-ground pool with stingrays. That would be amazing. So I can just go in there and sit on the edge and just them come up and hang out, get in my lap and pet them like puppies. I sleep like a cat, lots of naps. Yeah, that's a good idea, Lady Diane. Are you able to sleep in a recliner, Ed? I always accidentally fall asleep in a recliner when I go to my sister's house. If I start to get tired, I go in her fiance's recliner and I end up passing out for like an hour or two. Yeah. Yep. All right. I'm tired of standing. It's my day off. I'm not supposed to be standing this much. Well, not that I'm not supposed to. I don't want to be standing this much. It's my day off. I stand all day at work. So I'm gonna go back to the couch and sit. Change my camera back. Put you back in the tripod. And I'm back. Oh man. You're getting better every day. That's good, Ed. At least that's a sign that you're recovering. So nice you have a day off, right? Hi friends. Ed, I have an adjustable bed frame for my regular mattress and I love it. Yes. Um we actually invested in a sleep number bed about 2 years ago. Oh my God, best decision of my life. Until you try to sleep in a different bed, like at my sister's house or at the lake house, then it's the worst decision I ever made. Like we thought we preferred firm mattresses until we got our sleep number. Nope, apparently we prefer soft mattresses, and most people have or firm mattresses because that's what you think is better for your back. So yeah, we'll see how well I sleep at the triple crown. Um, but yeah, oh my God, sleep number beds are the best. When I get back, I'm gonna find a good spot for the fish room camera. There you go. Rico! Been listening since we're starting, but working on stuff, so can't chat. That's fine. Lurk all you want. Lurking still helps. My bed ruined me for other beds. Yeah, same. Oh my gosh. Melissa, it's about 500. It moves like a hospital bed. Oh, it teeters. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say is that some sleep number beds, not ours, but you can get the bed frame that is automatic. We have a queen size though. We don't think we can comfortably fit a king size bed in our bedroom. But the queens have like the head tilts up, and then like the whole bottom of the bed, the feet would go up. But the kings actually have a split all the way down the middle so that you can independently on each side either do the feet or the legs. Um, but at the time when we got it, Nathan was still on nights and he had an opposite sleep schedule, so we couldn't do the reclining at least for the feet. So eventually when we move and we get a king size bed, it's game on. We'll have the queen in like a spare bedroom and then get a king size bed. So that way I can have all the animals in the bed with me. It's funny, some people say that they want a big bed so they can like starfish and spread out. Nope, I just want it so that all my dogs can be in the bed with me. Just have all of them. A big snuggle party. It's funny, there's a whole routine of how my dog sleeps in the bed with me because Nathan hates it. So when we first get into bed, Riley will I sleep on if you're in bed, I sleep on the right side. So Riley, my dog, my coonhound, will actually get on my right side, so she'll be between me and the edge. Because she used to get in between us, but then she started like putting her paws against Nathan's back and like pushing him off the bed during the night. So he got really mad about it. But now she sleeps on my right side, and then when he gets up at like 3 a.m. to get ready for work, she instantly goes to the other side, to his side, and sleeps there the rest of the night. Bed you love are key to health. Yeah, because like 50% of your day is sleeping. That's where you spend the most time, is sleeping. And then it's good for your back, good for your hips. Yeah, they all have their spot. Yes. Cuddle puddle. Yes. All the snuggles. I actually was just talking to somebody. I think I might try to get a weighted blanket, not for my bed, but for the couch. Because like the other night when Misfit was streaming, I actually wasn't in the stream. I wasn't even in chat because I just had a really bad depressive episode. For no reason. No, absolutely. People were asking me like, "Hey, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "I have no idea. I don't know what's wrong, and it's freaking me out." But yeah, just anytime I just feel like I need like a hug or a cuddle or something, just getting a weighted blanket, I feel like that would help. But yeah, it's all good though. I'm fine now. I just had to cry it out. It's all good. I finally, whenever I got my hair cut, I don't think she parted my hair correctly because anytime I would do it for a few days after, I had a couple long strands here. I finally cut those yesterday because they were just bothering I had to keep like grabbing huge chunks over here and like pulling them over because those were the chunks that were. Oh, sorry, it was over here. That was really long. Um, yeah, there was like a couple long strands because like as I grab here and pull it over, like those strands. So when she cut them, they were over here or over here. But whenever I do it, they're over here. So I fixed it myself. Did I do it right? Probably not, but it looks better. I don't know how to cut hair. I used to cut my own bangs, and I think I might. I asked for curtain bangs, and they gave me a little bit of curtain bangs, but with my hair being wavy, they just kind of curl and do their own thing. Which I kind of forgot about. I did have to straighten them every time I took a shower. But I think I might cut them a little bit shorter. They're not quite short enough. That happens when I get my hair cut too. Yep. I part my hair higher than he does. Yep. It's cute. Thank you. It's my usual do. I've had this kind of style hair since the end of high school. I was in marching band up until the end of sophomore year. Midway through sophomore year. I quit midway through sophomore year. But I remember sophomore year we went to the Rose Bowl, and to kind of help what I thought would help keep my hair up, because in marching band, all the girls, you have to have a top knot and to put under the hat so everybody's uniform. Well, I got a pixie cut. But turns out that if it would get long and flip out like how it does here, and it would flip out under the hat. The band moms didn't like that. It was me and a couple other guys whose hair was long enough to do that. And yeah, they would chase after us with bobby pins and pin it up into the hat and shove it into your skull, and it was not fun. But when it started to grow out, that's how I discovered this kind of hairstyle, um, and really liked it. I have to take a pill. BRB. Yes. Take your pill. Feel better. My friend who usually cuts my hair will actually, after she shampoos me, she actually tells me, here's the comb, part your hair. So that way it's how I part it and it's correct. She is awesome. She knows exactly how I like my hair cut, exactly the right layers length I like. And I used to actually have purple in my underlayer. I miss it so much. I want it back. My hair is so curly, it boings if you pull it. I hate it. Aw, yeah. It's hard with really, really kinky curly hair because you try to straighten it and it doesn't want to do anything. I know some people are like, I love curly hair. It's like, no, you just want curly hair sometimes. You don't want curly hair all the time. Um, that's why I am thankful for my wavy hair. I'm kind of in between. So if I want to curl it, the curls are usually like last an okay amount of time. If I straighten it, the straightening lasts an okay amount of time. So I'm like right in the middle. I wish I had some boing. Yeah, exactly. So the opposite of the spectrum. If you have super straight hair, you can't hold curls. Like you have to be like use 10 different products to get those curls to stay. Yeah, Melissa says mine is so straight. Yep. I cut Stan's hair on the porch a few days ago. Neither of us have had our hair cut during COVID. His was 8 inches long. Yeah. Yeah, I had like 8 inches cut off. Yeah, it was really long. And that's actually what I do for Nathan and Kane, my fiance and my son. We just buzz their heads. Saves us so much money. Now, if there's a special occasion, like my sister's getting married in August or October, I keep saying August when I mean October. Now, if there's a special occasion, he will go to a men's barber and they will trim up his beard and they will give him like an actual like haircut. Um, but that's just for special occasions. I should probably get a haircut someday. Follicle stress is a real thing. Yes. Or at least a trim. At least get like the dead ends cut off. Like at least 3 to 4 inches. Don't do like, we love you for your long hair, Rico. Get a haircut like mine. Yeah. Just like right at the shoulder or just off the shoulder with some layers. I think that'll do you some good. It's so slippery. The straight hair, yeah, so sleek. I get told how much money I'm saving by having curly hair. Yeah. My hair is super straight and predictable. I've never had a bad haircut or an exciting haircut. Yeah. Trims are better, yes. Enrico, you probably got decent dead ends, so I'd say they probably have to take off like about 3 inches, probably. I can usually tell when my ends start dying because my hair starts to get really, really frizzy. Um, I also really so benefits to this length and why I like it so much is that it doesn't. My hair is wavy enough that if it gets much longer, like just under my like at my collarbone, it tangles really, really easily. And at this length, it doesn't. It doesn't tangle, so I don't have to use a hairbrush. I can just run my fingers through whenever I get out of the shower. I part it and then I just kind of let it fall where it wants to go. I kink it so that or crunch it so that the curls kind of do what they want. Um, less product. But yeah, I forgot what else I was gonna say. I guess I wish I could be in the hair conversation, right? Um, oh, talking about dead ends. I don't have to wear my hair up. So if my hair is long, I just wear it up all the time, which is super bad for your hair. It puts a lot of stress, causes a lot of split ends. But I don't have to. I don't have to do that anymore. If I actually brush my hair before streaming, it might help. So you seem to have wavy hair too, and brushing it will actually make it more frizzy. Like I don't know if you've seen videos of people brushing out curls, but that's what's making your hair freak out. You actually need a shampoo conditioner in the shower, and then you need a leave-in conditioner once you get out of the shower. It's like a cream. And then yeah, same thing. You just kind of scrunch it like this, let the forms kind of naturally form, and then just let it air dry. And don't touch it. Don't touch it. Try not to move your head too much. Just let those curls or those waves form and dry together. And then try not to like comb your hair too much. Combing it's what's making it fro out and poof out. Yeah, only Oscars. I can't brush my hair. Yeah, people with curly hair don't brush their hair or else it ruins those curls. You look like Thor with your hair. Yeah. Or Thor's dad, whoever, whatever. Oh no, it looks better when I brush it. Okay. Maybe do you use like a natural hair brush, like an actual bristle brush? Because that helps out too. That helps form everything together. No. Oh no, it's better for yeah. It hurts, yes, because curly hair tangles so much. Yeah. The only time you can really brush out super curly hair is when it's wet and you have some kind of detangler or conditioner in it, and then you would brush it out. Yep, yep, yep. And then you get all of the shed that you haven't been able to shed because it all sticks together. So it feels like you're like pulling a whole wig out of your hair. Yeah. Start at the bottom and work your way up. Yep. Exactly. Steve and I wake up with perfect hair. That's the downside to this length of hair is I cannot sleep on it wet. It will do all kinds of crazy things. I will wake up and like this side will be like up and like out and oh my God, I cannot sleep with wet hair. Maybe slightly damp, but not wet. Hair management tips. I love that we talk about everything in the daytime streams. Yep, yep, yep. Everything. I will link you my hair products. I get them at Walgreens and Target. I get the Shea Moisture, and it's the curl management and repair. It's got the pink cap on it. So it's a white product, the white cream product, but it's got a pink cap. I think I get that at Walgreens. But you can get it Walgreens, Target, Walmart probably. Um, so Danikin, Brennan's actually not here. He's working like in a real adult. I'm just sitting around at home doing nothing. Makeup tomorrow? Yeah. I thought about it. I thought about like a get ready with me. Um, but I mean I'm halfway through the day. I mean I guess I am going out to take my grandma to her hair appointment. Um, but also there's a lot of males in the fish fam, and I don't think they would be interested. Rico does look like Thor. But hello, Danikin. Um, Brennan's not here. He's working. I took over his channel again. I did last week. I'm doing it this week. I'm off on Thursdays, so it's not a big deal for me as long as I don't have anything going on. And I like doing it. I like doing it, just like how I did the pop up last night. I just like hanging out, talking about anything. I use Mark Anthony Strictly Curls. Yeah, that's a good one too. I discovered Shea Moisture because I started using the African black soap, and I found out it really helps out with my acne, my body acne. Um, it's really cleared up since I started using it, and it doesn't dry out the skin. Like you use it and then you rinse off, and you can feel that there's still moisture, like your skin is still moisturized, but it's not like a lotion type. Like it doesn't like clog. You know how like you put body lotion on and then all of a sudden you like overheat because it feels like all your pores are clogged and like your skin can't breathe. It's nothing like that. It's still your skin can still breathe, but you still feel like that layer of moisture. It's so nice. I did an episode where I put makeup on for everybody. That's funny. Aren't too many guys my age who even have hair anymore. So I'm happy with my current scalp performance. Yep. Nathan Nathan's already losing hair and he's very self-conscious about it. Don't mention it, but I'll tell you guys. Um I thought about getting the keeps, signing him up for the keeps to help try to save his hair. Blanket high to oh, I'm lurking and working on work shit hitting the fan. Oh, that sucks, Steven. I'm sorry. Hope you're able to fix it quickly. Hello, Surf City. Brennan's not here. He's working like a real adult. I use Wind products, perfect for me. Yeah, and that's the other thing, finding what works for you. Just because it works for me, and my hair chemistry doesn't mean it's gonna work for everybody. So try it. Go through at least the whole bottle, the full like whatever 30 days that you use it, and if it doesn't work, then just when it's done, move on to the next product. But it does take time, just like any face cleanser. It takes time to see if it works. LOL, Steven, same here. It's deep today. Sorry, Surf City. I hope it gets better. Ed, I'd love to see that one. Huge drag fan. Oh my god. I also love like RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm not up to date on it. I'm such a slacker. I don't have regular cable TV. Um, but I love it. It's on Lefty's channel from about a year ago. Oh, we'll have to dig that up. I grow plenty of hair, just in places hair doesn't belong. That's funny. Cool, I'll find it. My cats are running around chasing each other. I've been run over twice. Crazy cats. Oh no. Hopefully they didn't get you. Hopefully they didn't use their nails and dig in when they jumped on you. I've got to look something up for my mom on the phone, so I'm going to be gone. Oh yeah, take your time, Ed. No problem. There's this new phenomenon out there called manscaping. Anyone ever heard of it? I'm actually about to buy a manscape kit for my son because he's hitting puberty. And it's great. I told him he's not allowed to grow up, but he didn't listen. He grew up and now he's turning into a man and I don't appreciate it. So, gotta get him a Manscaped kit soon. Freaking 12-year-old. But yeah, he's starting to get like the whiskers on his upper lip are starting to darken. His arm hair is starting to darken. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want my baby to come back. Great gift for a young man. Yeah, we thought about doing it for Christmas, but he needs it sooner. It's growing in too fast. Not new. I've been cleaning out my shower drain for years. Yeah. My fiance yells at me when I forget to clean the drain. I even have one of those like hair catchers, but he gets mad if I forget to clean it out. Geez, the best gift you can get from your mom. Yep. And he will love it. On behalf of women everywhere, men take note of this phenomenon. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you, Bex. Thanks for popping in. I'm going to be getting off here in probably about a half an hour. I have to take my grandma up to her hair appointment, and then I'm going to ship out your bloodworms. The experiment I did, so instead of using dry ice, I actually got the cool packs from that came in with the fish. I froze those, and I put like 8 of them in the styrofoam box that I have for Bex, and I put them on my back patio, and we had like 90-degree weather. Left them out there for 2 days, and I opened it back up, and only 2, like I should say 1.5 of the ice packs were soft. They were still cold, but they were, jelly, back to gel consistency. So very successful. Free ice packs. The Wookiee in the drain. Yep. My wife likes the hair, and she's the only one whose opinion I listen to. No offense to the rest of the women. Yep. That's the other thing. It's just what you like and what your partner likes, but mostly about what you like. Wild Beaksies appeared. Woo, the murder beans will be happy with the mini bloodworms again. Been cutting the regular ones to the best of my ability. Yep. I've got a 26-year-old boy, and I know your pain, and now I have a 10 and 12-year-old girl, and I'm learning the art of explaining tampons, so trust me, it could be worse. Yeah. I didn't use tampons for the longest time. Sorry if this makes anybody uncomfortable talking about feminine products. But yeah, I've never been a fan. Um, and then once I got older, I found that my ADD, I would actually forget about them. So to save me a trip to the hospital, I stopped using tampons. Nothing ever happened, but I few few times I forgot about it. I was like, oh, I don't want to go into septic shock, so I'm gonna stop doing this. Are you culturing live bloodworms? No. So I work at a saltwater LFS. And since I'm in a different area, then like I did it for Brennan also. Different distributors for different areas. Bloodworms, there's a big shortage right now. So Brennan, none of his vendors had bloodworms, and then Bex has been having a hard time finding many bloodworms, and my vendor had them. So I ordered them through my work, and then I'm shipping them out. And I'm about to probably do the same for Rico for Daphnia. He mentioned on his stream that he can't find Daphnia anywhere, and I hopped on my distributor website, and they have 17 in stock. So if they're still there Monday, I will order them, and then they'll come either Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I will pack it up the same way I'm about to do Bex and send them out. All the boys cringe, runs to the door, lol. Gotta run to, okay, Lady Diane, no problem. Need the truck planted, or plated, oh, plated. Weird story. If you put a new battery in your car, it won't pass inspection until you drive it for at least 2 days. What the heck? That's dumb. I have an almost 12-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl. I have all the awkward things to talk about. Yes. Um, isn't puberty fun from this angle? Thank goodness Gina to the rescue. Yes, I am always willing to help. There was a recent shortage of jumbo bloodworms. Yeah, they are starting to show up now. There were no flat packs at one point because that's actually what Brennan wanted was the flat packs. But they were just none from Hikari, none from San Francisco Bay. There's another vendor or another brand I can't think of. Nobody had flat packs, only cubes. I couldn't cut bloodworms. I get a drop of juice on my arm and on me and I break out. Yeah. Right now, clams on the half shell are getting hit. I ordered 10 packs like 2 weeks ago. Thank God I did because they have not been back in stock since. So, and I think we're down to like 2 packs for sale. So I keep telling people, I'm like, you're probably going to have to go to the Asian market because I can't get clams on the half shell right now. Because anything we order, we try to go for Hikari first. Because they're cheaper for us. So we get better sales revenue from Hikari rather than San Francisco Bay or V2O is the other brand. V2O is not that bad, but San Francisco Bay we don't get much revenue back from them. But yeah, we try to go for Hikari first. It seems to be a big crowd favorite. Yeah, I've heard that too, Bex, that a lot of people are allergic to bloodworms. I never had a problem, but I also don't remember if I handled them. I used to have a Venus flytrap, and then I would get the small bloodworm flat pack and just break off little bits that I needed to feed it. But I remember picking it up with like each worm with like a toothpick to feed it. I don't think I ever actually like handled it to know if I'm allergic or not. Nathan probably is. He's got sensitive skin, we've found out over the years. Breaks out to the stupidest things. He does wood turning. Apparently there's a type of wood, I forget what it's called. He was turning it, making a vase, and the next day just rashes anywhere where the sawdust touched. It was terrible. So now he has like a full like suit that he wears now when he does wood turning. Because you wouldn't think it whenever you look at him. He's got like tan skin and all that stuff. He does like physical work. He's got scars from his work working with his hands, but that boy's got sensitive skin. Talk bad, San Francisco Bay Discontinued glassworms. I know a few people who can get them from private person and glass. I've never seen glassworms. I try not to touch them too much. I throw them in a little bowl and use a small knife, and then use tank water and a pipette to thaw the feed. Yep. I get breakouts from woodworking sometimes. I still don't know what causes it. Yeah. Does anyone know what the tiny bugs are that are hopping across the top of my aquarium water? No idea. I used to always get like gnats and stuff in my hang on the back filter on my 55. I also didn't clean it very often. I didn't change my cartridges as often as I should have, so that's probably why. But I don't know. Without pictures or a video, I have no idea. What do they look like? Yeah, exactly. Well, they're bugs. They look like bugs. They are called fish food. That's what they're called. There you go. Fish food. Zen says probably springtails. Free fish food. Yep. Yep. And when I get home, I'm probably gonna do some maintenance on my saltwater tank, change the filter sock, the poly pad, take some macroalgae out of my refugium. I showed it on the morning show. It's starting to grow over the refugium, so I need to take some of that out, check on everything. Probably throw some of the green leaf lettuce in the tank for the tangs. They like that. I put it in a little veggie clip and drop it in there. Clean my protein skimmer, which is always gross, super gross. I should do a water change, but I'm probably not. I always called them water fleas, but I know what you're talking about. Water change marathon. Have to do 65 tanks in the next 2 days. Jeez. They look like tiny specks hopping. I'd need a microscope to see. My angels are eating them. Well, there you go. I have pothos and monstera growing out of the top of the aquarium. I don't know if Brennan's actually tried a pothos and with that black bill. They're actually herbivores, which I was surprised at. Such a big fish being an herbivore. So I'm excited to like put some veggies in there for her. Good. Yeah, he was telling me it's like she's gonna tear up anything you put in there. Don't try plants. I'm like, well, if I do plants, it's for her to eat. Like it's not. I realize that she will tear up anything because I'm sure if he could have plants in with her, he'd have plants in with her now. So, yeah. If I put anything in there, it's for her to eat and tear up. It says he feeds her spirulina and occasional. I think he said occasional brine shrimp and stuff. So I'll probably get. I'm waiting for Hikari to get the spirulina mysis shrimp back in because mysis are a little bit bigger than brine shrimp. They've been out of that for like a month. I'm hoping it's not discontinued. Just wanted to make sure my angels wouldn't get sick of them or wouldn't get sick from them. Sorry. I wouldn't imagine so. I mean, always a risk of parasites from bugs that aren't captive bred, but let's keep an eye on them. Watch out for butt worms and losing weight. Does filter floss absorb medicine? I don't think so. Not unless it's like the carbon infused filter floss, but no, it should pass right through because that's what we use at work. Our wall tanks are all treated with copper. So it's fish only on the walls just to help prevent illnesses. And yeah, we use filter floss on those systems. So no, filter floss shouldn't absorb medicine. we have 24 people in here. Thank you so much. We have about a little over 15 minutes left, and then I got to get ready to go pick up my grandma, go get her herded. But I might start doing pop-up streams at night. I haven't decided what nights. Everyone was saying last night that I should do Wednesday, but as Steven said this morning, that I think Steamy McStreamy is usually Wednesday night, so I might do a different night. I'll pay attention. I'll go look at the Fish Fam calendar and see what nights are open. My LFS had Hikari Mysis last week. I find PE Mysis too messy. So it's not regular Mysis because yes, Hikari, regular Mysis, and PE Mysis are in stock. It's the Spirulina Mysis. So just like how there's Spirulina brine, Hikari also makes Spirulina Mysis. And they've been out of that for a month. Well, I guess I better get my protein shake for lunch and then get back to work. So glad you popped up, Gina. Give me a brief, fun distraction. You're welcome. I know I always get disappointed when people cancel streams. So when Brennan was like, I can't stream, I'm like, I'll do it. That's why I'm your co-host, to fill in. I hope not. I've spent so much money trying to fight this hole in head, but just thought about the hang on back. I put filter floss in. Nope, filter floss is fine. If you've got springtails and you have any nearby houseplants, they like to take up residence. They don't do anything, but they're kind of buggy, for lack of a better word. Then I have 20 houseplants thanks to my ADHD. I've tried plants. Like the only reason why I have a spider plant up there that's like half dead and it's only half alive because my mom comes over and takes care of it. My aloe plant, in my kitchen, I need to repot, get it in a bigger pot. It's starting to look sad. I think it's actually that time of year where I put a pump of fertilizer. I got a whole bottle of cactus or succulent fertilizer, and then I got to reading that you're only supposed to fertilize an aloe plant like once a year. So I got this whole bottle that's going to last me like 20 years of succulent fertilizer. I've got lots of orchids and even see them jumping there after I've missed it especially. They just really dig moisture. Yeah. Makes sense, especially if they're hanging out on top of a fish, on the surface of a fish tank. Oh yeah, Brennan, I don't know if you're still listening, probably still listening. I got a copy of the Brief Hobbyist magazine too, so I can pre-read through it before you read it on a stream. I have these for free at work also, so I brought a copy home so I could flip through it. Hi, Jimmy P. The afternoon/evening schedule looks pretty full, but go ahead and stream whenever. I'll be watching it. Oh, thank you, Jimmy P. You're so sweet. I'm not a master of plants by any means, but I love them and had a beautiful hanging plant that had beautiful cascading leaves. But I watered it with tank water, and now they stick up. My husband said the tank water gave my plant a hard-on. Made it super excited. Yeah. I can't do that because I have a saltwater tank. In fact, what I do when I do water changes is I take my bucket up to my front driveway and I pour it over in the cracks in my driveway to keep weeds from growing up. It works. Anywhere where I don't want plants to grow, it's where I dump my dirty salt water, and it kills them. Because where I live, it's a very old, like, small city in St. Louis and full of crotchety old people on like the housing committee for the city and lots of dumb rules. I mean, I understand, but like they go around and actually enforce it and write tickets and all that stuff. It's so dumb. So yeah, we've had tickets for our lawn being just the other week, like last month, whenever the heat wave was first hitting. we got a notice on our door that our front lawn was too long. And of course, it was right when like the 90, 100-degree weather hit. And we're just like, they always do it whenever it's like the hottest days in the summers. They put the notice on the door. Like, you have 72 hours to mow your lawn or get a ticket. Like, thanks. Hey, Skipper, thanks for popping in. I probably only got about 12 minutes left, and then I got to hop off and take my grandma to her hair appointment. Um, but yeah, cracks in the drive. Weeds growing out of cracks in the driveway is one of those rules that we've gotten yelled at before. Um, trash cans. You can't put your trash cans out the night before pickup day before 5. So, like, my trash pickup is on Tuesday. I can't put the bin out before 5 o'clock Monday evening, or else we get ticketed for it. And then they have to be back in before, I think, 5 or 6 o'clock that day. Like, and you can't see they can't be visible from the road. They have to either be in a garage or around the side of the house. They cannot be visible from the street. Very dumb. Very particular. Screw that, right? There's also a noise ordinance, so if you have people over and you're playing music outside, it can't be too loud. Yep. The noise ordinance is mostly because a lot of people will blast music in their car through neighborhoods, so that's kind of how it was established. But then you get the Karens who call the city for the stupid stuff. I will never live in an HOA. It's not an HOA neighborhood. It's the city. Yeah, it's not an HOA. It's the city. Our grass is growing like crazy. It is so tall that Gizmo has to close her eyes to go potty. Oh, we just cut it 5 days ago. Yeah, yeah. It gets that way too. If we have like a rainy season where it rains a lot, it grows really quick too. And then we go through a dry spell and it's fine. And you have to make sure you don't cut your grass too short before that dry spell, or else your grass dies. My mom found that out the hard way one year. She put it on like the lowest setting and thought it was going to rain again, and it didn't rain for like 2 weeks, and her grass died. So, what? That is crazy. Yeah, I hate grass. You cut it and it grows back, right? That city sucks. Yeah, very old city. Like I said, full of old crotty people on the housing board or whatever. Yep. I always loved it whenever people turn their lawns into gardens, either rock gardens, or there's one house around here in my neighborhood that just has it's full of just vines, like ivy. Super pretty. Um, our HOA too, but I'm glad new people move in, and you'd be surprised how many people just leave their trash cans by the curb, which looks well trashy, and carry bags out if there's no rules. So yeah, no, I understand it to a point, but yeah, I understand both sides, but it still sucks. It's because they told me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'd do it myself. You only need to tell me. No, we usually don't have that problem too much. Nathan leaves the house at 3:30 in the morning, so he just takes the cans out before he leaves work, and then whenever he gets home in the afternoon, he brings them back in. So it works for us because of his work schedule. Trash is his job. Taking it out, taking the bins out to the street, that's all his job. I say that like I have specific chores. Nope. But I just take care of the animals. That's my job. And our son. We both do that. Totally agree, Stephen. North OC is generally non-HOA and South OC is mostly all HOA. It's like the Stepford neighborhood mile after mile. Yeah. Yeah, and then HOAs around here are very, very particular. Like my best friend, when she was living with her parents, they lived in an HOA neighborhood, and her stepfather worked for a fencing company, and that neighborhood had strict rules. Like you could only use one of like three types of fencing, and it had to be either black or white. Like they were very particular about what kind of fencing you can use around your property, what kind of decking you can use on your house. Yeah. Have y'all ever heard of recreational ponds? Oh my god, Dream Yard would have one of those surrounded by medicinal herbs and edible vegetables, flowers, and fruits. I'm not sure what you mean by recreational pond. Like a pond that you can like swim in, or I'm not sure what you mean by that. An HOA would have a fit with our fish hoarding property? Yeah, probably. Unless it's in your backyard and you have a privacy fence to where it's not seen. My dog for a while, my husky, would not poop in the yard. He would poop on the back patio, and I got hit by my city who were going around doing inspections that there was dog poop on my back patio. Yeah, great fun. Great fun. Look up recreational ponds. All right, I will do that. Kenny E, you would love to have one of those. Welcome back, Ed. We have about 5 minutes left before I gotta go and get ready. And my mom called earlier and she was like, "Is it gonna mess up your day if you go take grandma?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, kinda, but it's fine. She needs to go get her hair did." Ours only cares about what you can see from the front. They couldn't care less about the random peacock calls from the suburbs. Those are okay, I guess. You had to order a new washing machine for your mom. That was nice of you. I'm not gonna look then, Brooklyn. LOL. I don't want 80 pads to go with the 80 ponds, I assume, to go with the 80 tanks. Recreational pond is a natural pond that is also used for recreational purposes as swimming and paddling. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. That's actually what we wanted to do. We talked about doing a koi pond in our backyard, and yeah, and I said if I was going to do a koi pond, it's going to get the thicker liner that's graded for recreational use, and yeah, to be able to get into the pond with the koi fish, I would love it. St. Louis years ago along Highway 55, there was a house painted entirely purple. Word was he did it to piss off the neighbors. Yep, I would believe it. Natural pools or biological pools are other names for recreational ponds. Yep. My sister loved that house. Yeah. There was somebody in a different state, I want to say like Florida or something, that they painted their house a giant rainbow. Like each panel on their house siding was a different color, and they made the whole house rainbow just to piss off their neighbors. I'm up in North County. I'm not usually in South County too often, so I'm not sure if I ever seen that house. Welcome back, Jess. We only have like 2 minutes left, and then I gotta go get dressed and go pick up my grandma. Last week, Brennan ended up doing a pop up in the evening because I guess he missed streaming last week afternoon. So I don't know if he'll do that again. He might be too tired. Um, he says work is kind of slapping him in the face today. So we'll see. That wouldn't piss me off at all. Yeah. Well, you know, some people just have a stick shoved right up their butt. So can E know you just have one? It's a natural swimming pool that is biologically stable, and you could even put koi fish or something if you wanted to. Yep. Do your HOA fees go towards employing these snoops? Right? No. No, a lot of times people that call, like especially here in for our city rules, it's just nosy ass neighbors who have nothing better to do. A lot of retired people. Hello, you flew over here. That's a good bird. That was a good bird. That actually sounds cool. So many colors. Yep. My brother lives off Olive. Okay. West County or Central St. Louis County. Blue's a neutral color listed as available in our neighborhood. A guy 2 streets over painted his what I can only describe as neon smurf. Those were specific colors listed. Nice. One of my mom's neighbors across the street. I don't think it's him that still lives there, but he was colorblind. And he wanted to paint his house. And I mean, total colorblind. You can only see black and white. He went to the hardware store. His daughter was busy at the time, so she couldn't go with him. And he picked up what was called tropical red. He wanted his house to be red. Picked up a paint called tropical red, went home, painted it. It was pink. It was pink. Like, not quite pastel pink, but not like a neon pink, like a slightly more deep pastel pink. It was pretty funny. He said that his daughter got home after he did it and was like, "Dad, you just painted the house pink." And he goes, "No, it's tropical red." She goes, "It's pink. You just painted the house pink." It was so funny. All older folks aren't snoops. No, I never said older folks. The committee is all older folks who make the rules, but yeah, no, just any. Unless I did say old. If I did say old, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. But yeah, just a lot of nosy people who got nothing better to do. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was tasteful. It wasn't like bright and in your face. Like I said, it was like I wouldn't consider it pastel, but it's like a slight tier under. Vivid, but not like in your face. It was still very tasteful. I could see like a single woman painting her house that color. My mom and dad had a pink house in Columbia. Nice. All right. Well, it's 2:31. I gotta hop off. I gotta go get dressed, put the animals away, make sure the dogs get out one last time before I go. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I had fun. Um, watch out for me either when Misfit streams. I might be on his streams, depending on what he's doing. I'll be on Glassbox Heroes on Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. Central Time for Danny and Gina, Fish and Friends. But yeah, sorry, I'm distracted by chat. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later, and I might be starting to do pop-ups in the evening. We'll see. A lot of people were asking yesterday for me to do a pop-up at work, but I was alone at the shop all day, so I couldn't, because if a customer came in, I had to help them. But maybe if it's a slow day and I have at least 1 or 2 other coworkers there, I might do like a short walk through the store and show you guys everything. It'd be fun. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.